Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Hope you're all doing great. Um, I wanted to start off 2024. First of all, wishing all of you a wonderful start to the new year. And what I'm going to be doing, instead of kind of like a goals list, what I wanted to do is more of a do's and don'ts for this upcoming year. Um, I am terrible at setting these New Year's type goals for myself, whether it's personal or collecting goals or, you know, vacation goals. So I thought what I'd do is something a little bit different and kind of do some 2024 hobby do's and don'ts just for myself. So this is for, obviously just my opinion and, how I'm going to approach the hobby this year. So hopefully you can get some good information from this. I'll go ahead and switch screens and we'll go ahead and get started. But again, Happy New Year. Hope everyone is safe and sound. So let me go ahead and turn this around. Let's see here. The first do that I'm going to be, I actually did this a lot this last year, but my first do is buy singles, whether it's vintage or modern. I am going to just buy singles this year. I'm going to go for an entire calendar year, see how that goes. I'm just going to buy singles of cards that I am looking for. My next do is stick to my monthly hobby budget. I did pretty good with that. I kind of combine monthly hobby budget with some eBay sales that I had, and used some of my eBay funny money. But I'd like to get, again, moving to a point where I am not really dipping too much into my actual funds that, from my salary, but to eventually just completely move my budget to a revenue stream, which leads me to point number 3 as far as another do is build a revenue stream to buy more cards. And that can be possibly if my channel grows at all throughout the year, which I hope it does, but I'm not really putting a number on that. That can be from selling cards on eBay that I've done from time to time. That can be selling other stuff on eBay. So I'd like to build some kind of revenue stream on the side, which allows me to buy more cards with my eBay funny money and just go from there. All right, next do is, this is an important one. Go with my gut and be patient. So I am not, as far as cards and the hobby, I have a hard time being patient for cards that I want. Especially if I'm at a show and the price might be a little bit lower than on eBay or some other auction site, and I get real excited, but it might not be in my budget at that time. So I need to be patient this year, and I need to go with my gut. I need to listen to what my heart is saying as far as picking up a card. Even if it's a little bit over what might be comps, I am not in it for the money. So go with my gut and be patient. And then my last do for this slide is continue to focus on nicely centered cards that just look nice. I'm not worried about the grade. I'm not even worried if a card is graded or not, but I just want to have cards that look nice, that I can be proud to show off and share with people, whether it's here in my house or on the channel. So just focusing on nicely centered, strong eye appeal cards. Okay, another do, and as you could see at the start of my video, I still haven't really begun to put up all the cards and different memorabilia that I have in my son's old bedroom that's now kind of like our card room / yoga studio. But I do need to and want to display my cards and my various card projects. So that's something I'm sure I'll get to very soon. But that's a big do that'll be really exciting and fun to tackle. And then this one's, really my collecting is do continue to work on current card projects. I do have a lot of, well, not a lot, I have a few card projects going on. Most significantly, I'm working to collect all of the MVP cards from 1950 to current, and then continue that into the future. So that's the big one right now. That's 149 cards, and I am 8 away from completing that currently. So that's really the main focus of my collecting world at the moment. But I also collect current Padre gold cards. I want to start an iconic childhood collection of cards like the 84 Topps Traded Dwight Gooden, the 86 Donruss Jose Canseco, 86 Topps Barry Bonds, all the stuff like that that was so huge and so out of my range when I was a kid, but when I was really heavy into collecting. So I want to do kind of an iconic 80s, and obviously a really nice copy of the Griffey Jr. So I've got a bunch of stuff I'm working on, and just continuing to have fun with that. Okay, another do. This one is just for me, and I might even do this as simply as just putting like little post-its on the back of one touches, or like on a slab, but just anecdotes when I purchase a card, if I get it for a birthday or Christmas or from eBay or from an auction house or as a gift or whatever it may be. I am trying to slim down my collection, so hopefully I'll always be able to remember. But if not, this way I think, if I jot down just a few little notes about, the price or the situation surrounding the purchase of the card or trade or whatever it was, just little fun stories to remember for when I acquired that specific card. So I'm going to do that moving forward. This one to me is a big deal. I am a huge introvert, and a lot of people are surprised by that because I teach high school history and English, and I like to jump around the room and be crazy when I'm teaching. But I am a huge introvert at home, and I do want to reach out and make new friends through the hobby. There's so many cool people on here that I'm trying to kind of represent in a, even in a small percentage of success as a lot of these guys that I'm seeing. And I hope over this year to make some new hobby friends. So that's really one of the main reasons I'm getting this channel going. So looking forward to that. Another do is on my social media, which is only Instagram and YouTube, flagship cards at both, is reply to all comments. Now, right now, I have very minimal social media content, but if things grow this year, which I hope they do, then I really want to stay true to that and reply to every single person. I do have some students that follow me just to probably see what goofy stuff I'm doing in my videos next, and I have got some card folks following me. I've got family following. So my goal is this year to get back to all of you. So please leave comments, leave questions, and I will respond. Okay, so we're almost done with the do's. I do plan to create and post very regular YouTube content. So I have, really started and stopped a few times just because life has been so busy, but I think I have a plan moving forward where I can post regular YouTube content. I've got some pretty, at least to me, some kind of cool ideas. My strengths are listening, researching, and telling stories. So I'm not going to have at least at this point in my collecting journey and YouTube content, I don't have these, just amazing cards that should be in a museum, although I am surprised that I'm getting some real big boy cards as of late. But I just look forward to posting some regular content that might be a little bit different and hopefully can contribute to the overall collecting ecosystem that'll be enjoyed by myself but also others. All right. I do want to do some on-channel interviews and discussions. I'm not going to share too much about that right now, but I do have some ideas that I think could contribute positively to the community. That at least right now, not that I'm not aware that this type of idea currently is floating around the hobby. So soon I'll roll that out and see how that goes. But right now I'll just say on-channel interviews and discussions moving forward. I also want to do some video responses or VRs, just in being, watching all of those and seeing everyone having a fun time. You see your personality come out, and I do want to do a lot of those. They seem really fun, and I'm going to be doing plenty of video responses moving forward. And then, of course, the obvious one, but the most important one, is really two parts. Have fun, because we have all seen the hobby go from this crazy time when a lot of us came back in, including myself, and my son started collecting, and now it is slowing down a little bit. It's a great buyer's market, so there's always a crazy time, whether it's buying or selling or the market's just going nuts or it's dead, but I just want to have fun. And I also, as part of that, want to remember to demonstrate gratitude to followers, to friends, to family, send care packages. That is, as I get older and older, and I'm heading towards 49 here in a few months, I find that giving gifts and saying thank you and giving reasons why I'm so grateful is much more rewarding than receiving a gift. So I hope to just keep that in the front burner and demonstrate gratitude throughout this coming year with, obviously my personal life, but also with my hobby. Okay, so now we're heading into the don'ts. I don't have too many of these, but let's hop in and then we'll finish this video up. So the first don't is, then this is going to be hard, but again, this is where I'm at. I don't want to buy any 2024 products. So no Jumbo Hobby, no Chrome, no Bowman Draft, no 2024 products, no rookies. The only 2024 stuff that I'm going to buy are cards that fit my current collecting projects. I kept kind of a collection, quote unquote, of all of the hobby boxes just in the last 3 years that my son and I have bought. And the ripping of all that wax was really fun, and we had a great time doing it, and we did hit a lot of really cool cards. But we also spent so much money, and it did start to feel kind of empty. And as a collector and not somebody who's looking at this as an investment, it just wasn't super fun. We would open the cards and then it would just be done. And so what I'm going to do is try a whole year and not buy any new product. So we'll see how that goes. That's the plan. Also, I'm not right now, and I don't plan to be afraid of Frankenstein's monster. Meaning, as a lot of you know, my cards that I'll be displaying and that I collect, they are a mix of ungraded SGC and PSA cards. I know that many of you are very tried and true, married to PSA or SGC. Both are great. I personally gravitate toward SGC. I really like their customer service. But at the same time, I don't. As far as my collection, what I have, I'm not really going to be selling too much of it. I'm planning to keep it fairly small moving forward. So I don't care if it's all Frankenstein monstered out. And I'm going to embrace that. Another don't, oh gosh, this is a huge one because I've done this before and it's a total disaster because I have very little control when I just see so many great cards. Don't go to a card show without a plan. I need to go with specific cards I'm looking for, and if I don't find those cards or a specific piece of memorabilia, I will walk out of the show after enjoying things. But I need to go to card shows with a plan. So that's a big one to think about for me. And then just, I said this a moment ago, but don't view my collection as an investment. I have to always remember, and I do pretty good at this, but I have to always remember this is for fun. I am not going to retire off of this. I will pass these cards on eventually to my sons, but this is not to me an investment. This is totally fun. It takes me back to my childhood, times with my own dad, with close friends, and now it's something that I get to share with everyone here. So I don't want to view my collection as an investment, even though it's really tough not to look up and see what's the value this month, and there's a lot of cool content creators that make some really neat index stuff that I really admire. But for me, I'm just 100% in it for fun, and I'm not going to worry once I get a card that I am, plan to hold on to. I'm going to hold on to it. If it goes up, if it goes down, really, it's not going to keep me up at night. I'm going to just enjoy the cards that I have and never consider them an investment. Okay, I think I have just a few more here and then we're done. There's not a whole lot of this, but I don't want to get caught up in any of the collecting world drama. Every now and then I sense there's a little bit of kind of like an ultra modern collector versus vintage collector, kind of stereotyping that happens. Also on YouTube, there's just like anywhere. If you want to find the drama and people that are, looking for that, you can find it. But I just want to have fun. I want to be goofy. I want to, be grateful and never get caught up in any of that drama. So, not going to do that. And I also don't want to be afraid to change directions. Right now, I'm pretty heavy into vintage and my specific project. But, mid-year, if I come across something that I haven't seen before that I want to start, maybe get a card or two or whatever it may be, I'm going to go in that direction. I'm not going to worry about it. Because, again, the guiding North Star is have fun, be grateful, share what I've got. So I'm not going to be afraid to do that. Okay, so that is the end of my do's and don'ts. Again, I'm sure if I, was to go back and consider some more, I could probably come up with many more do's. But for now, I'm going to leave you with that. Again, I hope everybody has a great start to the new year. Please be looking out for, more regular content from me. And, I don't say this often and I won't, but, to start the new year, if you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, sharing the channel with friends, families, etc., other collectors, I would be super grateful. And other than that, I just want you all to have a great day, and I will see you next time.